So welcome to my Vampathon vlog. I decided this year I would do just one weekly vlog rather than the daily vlogging I was trying last year. I did find the filming and editing took away too much from my reading time last year, so I did want to just relax a little bit more. It's day 3 of Vampathon anyway, it's Wednesday. I haven't actually sat down to talk. I definitely have some b-roll, so I definitely have some clips of what I've been doing the last 2 days. But yeah, just wanted to sit down and do a bit of a reading update of what I've started already. I also have a Fairyloot to unbox, so I think I'll do that here too, but I'll do the reading update first. So yeah, this is what I've started so far. I haven't finished anything yet, but I have started them. My audiobook, which I've listened to on day 1 and then today as well. I went to a gym class, so to and from there I was listening to Kingdom of the Wicked, and this is by Kerry Maniscalco. And yeah, I'm listening to this on Audible, and I don't know who the narrator is, but I really like her. I'll put her name here. I don't actually know it off the top of my head, because that can really make or break an audiobook. Really, like, the book could be good and the narrator bad. The only thing I'm kind of wishing right now is that there was a male narrator for the male characters in this. That's the only thing I'll say. But so far, I'm not very far in. I think I'm 50 pages in. Yeah, I'm 40 pages in. About to start chapter 5. So really what I've read so far is just the setup and the world building, which I have to say is very, very excellently done. Definitely getting the characters and the setting and the atmosphere. It's set up very, very well. So in this you have 2 twins, Amelia and Victoria. They are descendants of witches that like live secretly within human society, and I think they're in Sicily. Yes, Sicily. It's definitely a bit of a classical setting as well. So their family run a restaurant, and Amelia's really into cooking. Like, listening to this and if you're hungry is not a good not good, because the description of food is very, very nice. So I haven't gotten to the part yet, but apparently one of the twins, I think, dies, and the other sister, so Amelia, the main character, obviously is going to seek revenge for her sister. So far you don't know who did it. I'm assuming you'll know. So, and apparently there's 7 princes, and they're called the Wicked. I think that's who Amelia thinks has killed her sister, and these are basically kind of supernatural romance books. So there's Kingdom of the Wicked, there's Kingdom of the Cursed, and Kingdom of the Feared. That's just been released now. I've heard very good things about this one, and I can tell I'm going to really, really like it, but I've heard mixed things about the next 2. Apparently they're just romance with no plot, so I don't know about that. I like a bit of plot. So far, really, really liking it. I'm really excited when I get to listen to them. I'm not too far in, so hopefully I'll finish it by the end of the week. But yeah, really liking this. Then I did Jodie's Sprints. They were on Monday, and I totally messed up. I got the notification at 11 AM. I don't know why, but I thought they were supposed to be at 11 PM, which of course is way too late. But they were at 11 AM. I happened to be in Starbucks, so I just sat and read and did the sprints in Starbucks. This isn't part of my Vampathon TBR, but I finished off in that sprint The Devil Makes 3 by Tori Bavellino, I believe. So yeah, finished this off on Monday. This was good. I gave it 3 stars. It was definitely mismarketed. This is a straight up horror book, like quite gory, and I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, I heard this was supposed to be dark academia. I got no dark academia from this. It is set in a library. That's really the only thing. It's more just of a dark fantasy horror. Would definitely lean on the older side of young adult. It's very gory. I wouldn't have a 15 or 16-year-old read this at all. So it wasn't my cup of tea because of that, and it's a pity. I still liked it, just wasn't my cup of tea. Definitely had some parts that I wasn't too crazy about. Basically, I wasn't crazy about the writing. I thought like some things were just too simplified. I thought things went from point A to point B just a bit too quickly, or things would move on too quickly without kind of an explanation sometimes. But generally the story's quite good. So it's about Tess, who works in the library, and she's kind of on a scholarship in the school, and she's very overworked. She's kind of had to give up a lot of things in her life in order to kind of help her sister get into the school. And then you have Elliot as well. Oh, I actually did like Tess and Elliot. I did like the characters, but Elliot did just seem like a caricature of a British person. This is set in America, and Elliot is the son of, I think, the principal of the school. And I was like, I don't think any British boys are really like that. I was like, has the author ever met a British person? And actually I read her about the author, and apparently she did her master's in the University of London. So she has. But still, it was a very interesting story. Really liked the ending. It just was a bit too dark for me and a bit too gory. I'm not the biggest fan of horror, so just definitely wasn't for me. It wasn't dark academia in the slightest, but it had some good points. The romance in it is really cute, but I think the author was trying to do an enemies to lovers, but it didn't really, I don't know, I didn't really get the enemies part at all. I think the enemies setup wasn't really there. But like the story, there is some really like heart-wrenching things about the story, and I think Elliot's backstory is really well done. Tess is not so much, but yeah, you basically have Elliot's trying to find a way to save his dying mother. So he's looking into these quite dark books in the library, and him and Tess accidentally release like a demon. In my head, I was expecting kind of like Tom Riddle's diary a little bit from a Chamber of Secrets from Harry Potter. It wasn't really like that. And I found some plot holes in it as well. For example, this might be a slight spoiler, but like when someone was murdered in this, their bodies would like evaporate. But for cleaning up afterwards, like let's say on Tessa's clothes or the knife she has, it still has gore on it. And really, in theory, that should have evaporated along with the body that was killed as well. So I don't really know. There was just a few plot points. I thought it was too oversimplified sometimes, the writing style. A bit too dark for me. Wasn't dark academia, but still. If you're looking for kind of a YA horror book with a bit of a cute romance, you like supernatural things, it was quite a good book. Just wasn't what I was expecting. But yeah, I don't know. I droned on about that. But that's what I read. I probably could use this for a lot of prompts for Vampathon, so maybe I will do that, but we'll see. So yeah, what I want to do this week as well is like watch movies every evening, just to kind of break up the reading and have a nice cozy time. So I watched Twilight. I can't remember the last time I watched it, and it's such a nostalgic movie. It's a pity now, like as an adult, like I'm 29, and you can just see the bad parts, like Kristen Stewart just kind of making those faces all the time, and the staring at each other all the time is not very well done, but I still had a great time watching it. It's just definitely nostalgic, and I thought for Vampathon it would be fun to watch a vampire movie. So yeah, then I started Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. I am currently about to start chapter 7. I'm reading this for Read a Book in the Dark. I'm saving this for the evenings, like after sunset. So I started this on Monday night as well. I'm really liking it. Definitely think I'm going to give this 5 stars. I'm not too far in yet, but I'm really, really liking it. If you're a little bit intimidated by classics, I'm finding this very easy to understand. It's a little bit easier than Austen. Definitely a little bit easier than that. I don't know, did this come after? I have a feeling the Bronte sisters were after Austen. I could be very wrong, so maybe the writing style is a little bit easier to understand, but I'm really, really liking this. So far, it's still Jane Eyre as a child. So at the moment, she's left her aunt's house and has gone to school, and she's a lot more fiery than I was expecting her to be. I was expecting her to be really meek, and I've watched the movie before, but it was years ago. Like, I know the basis of the story, but it's not like totally clear in my head. But I was expecting her to be a little bit meeker, but she's actually a very, like, I don't know, speaks her mind very much. But yeah, it is really, really good. So I think Jane Eyre is more or less kind of a coming of age story. There's a romance element to it as well. I think it just spans all of Jane's life. So yeah, she's still a child at this moment, chapter 7. I have a feeling it'll probably fast forward to her teen years soon. But yeah, I'm really, really liking this. I think if you are maybe a little bit afraid of classics, this is still a very, very good one to go for. I think on Bambina Katarina's channel last night, so on day 2, she did sprints as well, so I read this during that as well. The sprints are very fun, I have to say. I don't think I've ever joined sprints before. I don't think I've ever sat and, like, when the host says 30 minutes, you sit down and read for 30 minutes. I've never done that before, and I'm really enjoying it, because you do get a good burst of reading done, and then you get to listen to people's opinions and chat to people in the chat box and stuff. It's really fun. So yeah, that's what I read the last 2 evenings and during the sprints yesterday. This is a big update. I probably should have sat down and talked sooner. So yesterday I read the first 100 pages, I think. I'm a quarter of a way through it now, is Belladonna, and this is by Adeline Grace is the author of this. So Belladonna is basically about this character called Signa. It hasn't been explained yet, but basically she's immortal. So there's a couple of instances where she should have died and the Grim Reaper has come to her, but she actually can't. So she's in this kind of in-between. When she's in the state of dying, she's in this in-between world where she can speak to the Grim Reaper, or Death as he's called in this, and she can see spirits and everything like that. And because of this, she feels like her life's been a bit cursed. She's going from kind of guardian to guardian to guardian, reminding me a little bit of a series of unfortunate events. But she's going from guardian to guardian until she gets her own inheritance. She just has to last, I think, until she turns 20 when she gets her inheritance, and she can live by herself. I really like her as a main character, and I'm really enjoying reading this. She's just very, despite all kind of like the dark things happening, she's very innocent, and she really just wants to be part of society. She wants to debut, she wants to just meet someone and fall in love. So she has this innocence about her, which is really nice. This is nearly like a Jane Austen novel, but with a supernatural twist. So it's got that kind of Bridgerton, Pride and Prejudice kind of setting, but with a supernatural element to it. And I believe this is a romance as well. I haven't got to the romance yet. She is introduced to the stable boy at the moment, but I don't quite like him. But I don't think he's the main guy. But yeah, I'm really, really liking this. And I really like plowed through the first couple of pages. It's very big text. And I think it's a 400-page book. So I don't think it'll take me too long to read. Today though, it's like 3:30 and I haven't read yet. Apart from listening to Kingdom of the Wicked, I haven't really done much reading yet. Also, I'm going to a concert tonight, so I'm not going to get much reading done today, but that's fine. What I want to do today actually is start Tokyo Ghoul. So this is for the prompt. I think it's spooky graphic novel or manga. So I want to start Tokyo Ghoul, and I just took my picture of it as well for the Instagram prompt. So yeah, I'm excited to see if I like it. I've mentioned this in my TBR video, but I have the first 7 out of 13 or 14. I don't know how many's in the manga series, but even if I get to 1 or 2, I'd really, really like that, because I'd like to have a bit of a manga day today. Also, I was looking, and unfortunately, so there's Tokyo Ghoul is the first series, and then there's Tokyo Ghoul RE, and RE is the sequel. And then on Netflix, well, the Irish Netflix anyway, the sequel series is the only series that's on Netflix. I was kind of hoping to read a few of these and watch some of the anime, but I might have to sign up to like Crunchyroll or something, some streaming platform that does anime, and see if Tokyo Ghoul is on anything. I would really like to start this and like watch some of the anime, but we'll see. I definitely want to get this one read anyway, and then we'll see if I get any more of them read. So yeah, that's my plans for the day. I don't have a lot of reading time today because I think I'm meeting my friends at like 6 and it's 3:30 now. Okay, I need to stop rambling. I'm going to open my Fairyloot. I get the young adult and the adult, so I don't know which one this is, but we shall see. So I don't actually get the subscription box. I get this just the book only options. I just did find I was getting too many of them. I think the only one I do at the moment now is Owlcrate. They don't have a book only option. I just prefer getting the book really than the little things that you get along with them. They're fun sometimes, but not all the time. This is the young adult box, okay? Fairyloot do really pretty books as well. I think honestly, if you're trying to be a book collector, you probably should subscribe to Fairyloot or Illumicrate and do their book only options, because they release amazing books. Cool. Okay, so the book is One Dark Window, and this is by Rachel Gillig. I love that cover. That looks so cool. So you got this lovely dark green sprayed edges. Okay, and these are the end papers. I love how pretty and dark it is. So it looks like you got two, probably the main characters here, some little creature, and then more characters on this side. I really like the dark colouring on this. The naked book's really cool too, so I wonder what this is. Oh, this is beautiful. So that's the main dust jacket, but you can flip it to this side if you prefer that look. Oh, that's really cute. That colour green is my favourite colour. And then you get a lovely art print of the two main characters, and that contains a letter from the author. I really like this, but I think I like this more as a whole. I don't quite know. An ancient mercurial spirit is trapped inside Elspeth Spindle's head. Elspeth? That's hard to say. Elspeth Spindle's head. She calls him the Nightmare. He protects her, he keeps her secrets, but nothing comes for free. Okay, when Elspeth meets a mysterious highwayman on the forest road, she's thrust into a world of shadow and deception. Together they embark on a dangerous quest to cure the town of Blunder from the dark magic infecting it. Okay, as the stakes heighten and their undeniable attraction intensifies, Elspeth is forced to face her darkest secret yet, The nightmare is slowly, darkly taking over her mind and she might not be able to stop him. That does seem quite dark, like she doesn't seem to ever be alone. She's got this thing in her head and she meets a lovely huntsman. Okay, sounds like a lovely dark fantasy romance. Okay, cool. I am going to move on and read Tokyo Ghoul and see if I like it. I've never read a manga before, so I'm really excited. So yeah, I'll definitely try to get this finished today.
The spurs of her army lies beneath. After the doors close, you go home with someone new.
I was thinking I really should have fixed this. It's really messy looking. My books are a bit messy after pulling out all the books I wanted for Vampathon. So I think I'll tidy them after the week's over and make them like pretty again. So hi again. Today is day 5. Is it? I think it's day 5, so it's Friday. Day 5 of Vampathon. And I just wanted to sit down and do a little bit of an update because I didn't yesterday, I don't think. So I think where I left off was I was planning on Wednesday, so that was day 3, on having a bit of a manga day. I had one of those days where it was lunchtime, I like blinked and then it was 6 o'clock. You know when you have one of those days where you're just like, I have no idea what I did that day. I have no idea what I did that day. But anyway, I did read the first volume of Tokyo Ghoul and I'm really happy to say that it met my expectations. So this is volume 1, so this kind of follows, I think, how do I pronounce his name? So the main character is Ken Kaneki, but in the manga they call him by his second name, so it's Kaneki. Hopefully I'm saying that right. But this just shows the story of him becoming a ghoul and kind of like the world building, so it's really kind of just setting up the world that they live in, that the ghouls and humans live in. It did that so well. Actually, towards the end, it was actually quite emotional. But I really like the main character. He's a little shy bookworm and he has this like best friend who's like a human, and then he's trying to basically come to terms with him being half ghoul, half human. But yeah, it sets up the world very, very well. At the same time, it wasn't the best thing I ever read, so I didn't give it 5 stars. I gave it 4 on Goodreads. But I'm very, very excited to read some more. I've mentioned this before, I have the first 7 volumes, and I think there's 13 or 14 in the first arc of Tokyo Ghoul. So I don't know, I think I'll buy them. I think I'll buy the rest and then kind of like binge them then, but that'll probably be after Vampathon. I think I've mentioned this already as well, but there is Tokyo Ghoul RE, so that's another set of manga and another series of anime. I think it's like season 2, so that'll be fun. If I really enjoyed the first season, hopefully I'll get to the second. Manga is expensive. That is the only thing. So Forbidden Planet usually do 3 for 2, which is good. So I think I'll get it on Forbidden Planet. And yeah, I think this took me like maybe 2 hours to read. Like I wasn't trying to rush it. I was kind of like just taking it in. But yeah, manga doesn't take too long to read. I had a fun time reading this. But yeah, I read that and then all of a sudden it was time for me to go to the concert that me and my friends were going to. I was like, all right, that's all I read. I did listen to a good bit of Kingdom of the Wicked as well. So yeah, I'll do a little bit of an update of all the books I'm reading. I love that they're all purple. So yeah, I have listened to more of Kingdom of the Wicked every time I've been kind of going out out of the house or doing something that I can't sit and read, I've been listening to this. And I think I'm up to chapter 10 now. And what I'm realizing about this is that it's very, very well written. I think Kerry Maniscalco is a very good author. It's very descriptive, and like the magical sense of the world, the characters, even the descriptions of food, like everything's very, very well described. So I am really enjoying the writing style. And I've never read anything from Kerry Maniscalco before, so it's making me excited to pick up, I think it's Stalking Jack the Ripper. That's another series that she's done before. But yeah, I'm very excited to keep going with this. I am really liking it. It's basically a dark fantasy romance, and it's quite emotional now. Like the descriptions of grief has been very, very good as well. So I really like the main character, Amelia, and she's about to, I don't want to spoil anything, but she's going against her grandmother's wishes at the moment to try to avenge her sister. But yeah, really liking this. I'm actually going to go food shopping now, so I'm going to listen to more. I didn't get through too much of Jane Eyre, so this is my prompt for reading in the dark, so I'm just reading this in the evening. I think I'm about 57 pages in. I'm about to start chapter 8. This is quite a bingeable book. I'm so surprised at how easy it is to read. I thought a classic would be really kind of hard to read, and I wasn't like looking forward to reading it that much because I was like, oh, it's going to be very dense. It's not at all. If you feel like classics are a bit hard to read, don't be afraid of Jane Eyre. It's actually very easy to read. But yeah, right now Jane is still in the school, and she's definitely such a really lively and kind of headstrong character, which is really fun. And it is a very atmospheric book. It's a classic for a reason. Bronte is like a genius, but like the atmosphere that it creates with the weather and like the settings and how gloomy it all is just very, very well done. So it does fit. It really does fit with like if you're reading this and it's really gloomy weather outside. It was fun last night because it was raining so hard, and then I was reading this, and chapter 7 was describing their walk to church every Sunday and how cold it is. Yeah, it's definitely a very atmospheric book. So yeah, really enjoying that. I'm not trying to read it that quickly. I'm really hoping I get it done this week. But yeah, I'm reading like 2 or 3 chapters a night really. But yeah, that's Jane Eyre. And then the one I read, I haven't finished any books yet. Apart from Tokyo Ghoul, but it's manga. Anyway, what I read most yesterday was more of Belladonna, so I'm about halfway through, and I am actually really, really liking this. This has actually surprisingly turned into a bit of a murder mystery book, so I was like, oh, that's a fun kind of twist now. It's definitely Bridgerton kind of period piece romance, but with supernatural elements. I really, really like the main character, Signa. As long as you don't take this book too seriously, I think you'll enjoy it. I'm getting about 4 stars vibe from it. But yeah, my goal today is to finish this if I possibly can, because I really want to start A Darker Shade of Magic this weekend, but I think I would really like to finish Belladonna before I do that. These are going to take me the week, and I don't really mind. I don't really want to rush these, but I do want to finish Belladonna. But yeah, yesterday was so fun. I didn't sit down to update or anything, but there was loads of sprints. I think Jodie had like a 4-hour one yesterday, and then there was a shorter one yesterday evening, so I did get a good bit of reading done. And I think I've mentioned this as well, but what I've been doing is like watching a movie every evening, apart from Wednesday when I went to the concert. So yesterday I watched Stardust, which was so good. I haven't seen it in years, and I was like, I want something like kind of cozy. I was like, I don't feel like the movie before I watched was Jennifer's Body, and I was like, I'm not ready for another campy, gory horror movie. I want something cozy. So I watched Stardust and I loved it. I haven't seen it in years, so it was just fun. Just really fun, cozy movie to watch. I think tonight I might try Hocus Pocus 2 or the first Hocus Pocus and then watch Hocus Pocus 2. I don't know. I'm kind of like, I think it was 2 Halloweens ago when I seen Hocus Pocus, like the original. But we'll see. We'll see how I feel tonight. I might just go straight to the second one. So yeah, plan for today is I'm going to do some food shopping. The prompt today, I believe, is a spooky drink. Your current read with a spooky drink. And I have a little like, I think it's a little pumpkin that you melt in hot chocolate. So I'll do that later on. Probably take a picture of Jane Eyre, I think. So I think I will listen to more of Kingdom of the Wicked. Get most of this read. I don't have to finish it today, but I would really like to. So we'll see. We'll see how today goes. But yeah, I want to see if there's any like fun Halloween-y bits that I can pick up. Because yeah, I'd like to do some Halloween baking, I think. I think that would be fun. but maybe not today, but maybe tomorrow. So yeah, I'm gonna get going. I got some really cute things out shopping. So I got this Hidden Monster cupcake kit, and there's green icing with eyes. I thought that was so cute. Oh, I forgot to buy I forgot to buy the things that you need for it. So I need eggs, butter. Okay, I need an egg. Ah, crap. But I think I'll do this tomorrow, maybe.
She's right. Come on, it's just a bunch of hocus pocus.
Max, I'm not kidding this time. It's time to go. Max, no!
Hello. So I finished, I don't think I've updated today yet. I'm not quite sure. Please apologise for the very raggedy way I look today. I just couldn't be bothered. So I finished Belladonna. I actually already took it upstairs. I don't have the copy with me, but I'll give a proper review later, but very quickly, 4 stars. Very, very good. I wasn't expecting the twist at all. I didn't see it coming in any way. This book, I thought it was just a romance, but it actually ended up being mostly a murder mystery. I didn't guess who the murderer was either. So it was quite well done. Either that's me not being experienced reading thrillers, that I'm not like sure how to scope out the clues or anything, but all the twists and turns were quite shocking to me, so it was quite good. I really like the supernatural element. I love the period setting. I'm not sure when the sequel will be released, but I know the sequel is called Foxglove, and I'll definitely pick it up. Definitely wasn't the best book I've ever read or anything like that, but I think if you don't take it too seriously, as I've said before, it's a fun read. And if you like a bit of romance, you like a bit of period drama, you like a bit of supernatural stuff, you like a bit of a thriller element, it is definitely well worth reading. I was debating actually, after I finished Belladonna, I'm actually super behind on the Great British Bake Off. I think I'm 3 weeks behind. So I watched 1 episode while I was having my lunch, and now it's made me want to bake. So I think I'm going to make those cupcakes that I picked up yesterday, but I need to get eggs. So I need to run to the shop again. And I actually think the next episode of the Bake Off is the Halloween one. And if I make the cupcakes, I think that would make a really good kind of photo prompt, because the prompt today is, I think, spooky cozy vibes. So I think that would be really good. Yeah, then for reading, I'm not quite sure what to do. I'm still reading Jane Eyre, still listening to Kingdom of the Wicked. So I could continue with either of those, or I really want to start A Darker Shade of Magic. I just know though that there'll be no way I'll be able to get it done, because it's currently day 6. It's Saturday. This is ending on Monday, and I know on Monday I'd want to edit, so I'm definitely not going to get through this Jane Eyre and Kingdom of the Wicked. I'm not too crazy about having to finish everything. It is fun and relaxing, this readathon, so it's not that I have to finish these books. But I don't know. I feel a bit guilty starting a new book when I've still got Jane Eyre to go. Not that I'm not enjoying Jane Eyre, I really am, but I think I just really want to get to this one. Out of all the books on my TBR, I really want to read this the most, I think. So I think I might start this. If not today, I will tomorrow, but maybe this evening I'll probably focus on Jane Eyre. I was reading Belladonna straight through. I think I read like the last 40% of the book today. I thought I would get it all done yesterday, but I think I didn't realise how slow I am as a reader. Or how much time it would actually take to finish, because I was reading that there's 400 pages and I think I was on page like 280 or 290. So I did read over 100 pages this morning, but I think I started around 9 and I didn't finish it till about 2. So it did actually take me quite a while. And I read straight through. So I think I just need a little bit of a reading break right now. So yeah, I think I will make those cupcakes and watch more Bake Off. So yeah, I need to go to the shop and get more eggs so I can make these cupcakes. Okay. welcome to my kitchen. This shouldn't be too hard because I think this is made for kids. Okay, I need a muffin tray. Oh, look at the little eyes. Ah! That's so cute. So okay, so I think one is just the mix and one is just the icing. And I got cupcake cases. I'm encountering a bit of a problem because these seem a little too big for my tray. You're wondering where I picked this up? It was Aldi. They do usually some cute things for Halloween. Oh, 55 milliliters is not a lot. Okay, this one overspilled, but the rest look okay. Okay, I might just use a sharp knife. I need to chop the top off them. Okay, I put the icing in. You can't tell now, I don't think, that it's green. I don't know if you're supposed to do that, but I melted the butter a little bit. This icing is bright green. So cute. Look at this color. Okay, it says to pipe, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna plonk it on. So I think the idea is you take the lid off, dump a bit of icing. Ooh, you put the lid back on, and you stick little eyes on them. So he's a little monster. And they're quite messy, but they're cute. Hey, good morning. So today is day 7 of Vampathon. I'm so sad that it's wrapping up. Like, I've been having so much fun. I'll be honest, I feel like last night, I think because I binged Belladonna so much, I felt like I hit a bit of a reading slump. So I ended up just kind of like binge watching the Great British Bake Off. I didn't really do much. I just had a very, very slow evening, which I think I needed. I'm like really relaxing this week, which is good. Because this year, 2022, has been the craziest year of my life. And it feels weird having a slow evening. I feel like I don't have them anymore. And like Vampathon has been really good for me to just read books and watch movies and just relax, and I haven't done that all year. It has been so nice. It's not over yet, I've still got 2 more days, but yeah, I just had a really slow evening. I did read more of Jane Eyre, which I am really loving. I'm about a quarter of the way through now, and I am just loving. I don't have any more new thoughts on it. I just do think I'm not going to get this or Kingdom of the Wicked done for the week, but that's okay. I think I'm going to continue on into November reading this, and yeah, I'm just really enjoying my time. Today though, I did want to read something else. Now that I finished Belladonna, I was actually looking up when Foxglove comes out, and it's next year. I think it's supposed to be, I can see on Book Depository that it's already on pre-order, and I think it's the end of next August. So I might read Foxglove for the next Vampathon, but I was sad it's so long away. But yeah, I did really enjoy Belladonna. Definitely quite campy and not the best book in the world, but I did really love it. I did actually watch a Clockwork Reader's video. She released a Dark Academia video, and I think I got a bit of a clip there, and she made me so excited to read Babel. She pronounces it Babel, and I know there's a debate in my head. It's Babel, so I'll say Babel, but I might be wrong. It's made me so excited to read that, so I definitely want to get to that this year. And she had the same feelings about If We Were Villains by ML Rio. That's the best book I read this year, by far, hands down. It is The Secret History, but better. It's so good. The ending, I was like, when I finished that book, I like lay in bed staring into space. I'd say for a good like half an hour, 40 minutes, because I could not process what was going on, and I had to like, I looked up on Reddit like different like theories of what happened or what the ending means, and that is the best book. If you're like wondering what you should read next, read If We Were Villains by ML Rio. I do actually want to do a recent reads video because I haven't done one of them in a long time. I try to do them like every other month because I find I don't read enough in a month to do a monthly wrap up, as what they're named here, but I haven't done one in a while, and I really want to talk about that book in depth. But yeah, that video made me really excited for Babel, so that's really good. Today though, I really want to start A Darker Shade of Magic. This is by V. Schwab. and it's, oh, whoops. And this is one of her very popular series. So you've got Darker Shade of Magic, I think it's Gathering of Shadows, and A Conjuring of Light is the trilogy. I have them all. I just know by reading the synopsis that I'm going to love it. And I put this on my Vampathon TBR for Blood is Used as Magic. Actually, I realised by reading Kingdom of the Wicked that that will fill that prompt as well, but I'm still going to start this. I know I'm not going to finish it for Vampathon, but I should, probably my November wrap up, I'll be able to talk about it. But yeah, out of everything on my TBR, this is really what I want to read the most. I know I should read something shorter that's on my actual Vampathon TBR, like Frankenstein or Vampire Academy, because I probably would get them done, but I don't care. I want to read this. So I think I'm actually going to take myself to a cafe. I think I really want to head out of the house. I've been in the house all day. I haven't left the house in a few days, as you can tell from this vlog, and I really need to get out. I think I'm gonna go to a cafe and read this for a while and get some lunch. So yeah, I know I should read something shorter and get more books read in Vampathon, but I don't care. I'm reading this. Then probably in the evening I'll move back to Jane Eyre as usual. I do want to do a bit of cleaning though before I go. My room is so messy. But yeah, that's my plans for today. The prompt today is just Halloween Eve, so you could really make that whatever you want. So I think I might try to get a nice like coffee shop photo with this maybe. So yeah, that is my plans for today. So I just wanted to wrap up this vlog here. It's November 1st, Vampathon is over. But yeah, I had so much fun this week. So yesterday I joined the sprints, not for all of it. I think I joined like half of it. And then in the evening I watched New Moon, which was so good. I just realised I didn't like read any vampire books, but I did watch Twilight and New Moon. So I actually don't think I've done an update, but I did start A Darker Shade of Magic by V. Schwab. I'm exactly 100 pages in, and this is like fulfilling all my fantasy needs at the moment. Like I'm getting similar feelings to when I maybe read the Grishaverse series or Six of Crows. It's kind of along the same veins as that, like a setup of a fantasy world. So yeah, so far I'm introduced to Kel, who seems to be the main character, and then also Leela, I think. Basically in this universe there's 4 different Londons, parallel Londons, and Kel has the power to travel between all 4. There's like varying degrees of magic within each London, and I think Grey London is supposed to be the London that's in our world. But yeah, it's just like very, very well set up. World building so far is very, very good in this. And yeah, I think I was just missing like a fantasy book. This is just ticking the boxes for me. So yeah, I can't wait to finish this into November. It's like a fairly complex world, but not too complex. The first 100 pages is still very much the setup, that this is a trilogy. I feel like if this was standalone, we'd probably be into the action a bit more soon, but it's still very much setting up the world. Yeah, I'm really liking it. Anyway, I just wanted to wrap this up. I just want to thank Jodie so much for creating this readathon. It's so much fun. I just really love that it's quite a relaxed week, and the prompts are quite, you know, you can make them as you want. It's fun to do the photos every day, and the sprints were so much fun. And yeah, I think Jodie and the co-hosts did such a good job at hosting this. So yeah, I had a really fun time. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll leave all my socials and all the books I read in the description. I do anything book related on this channel. I do reading vlogs, hauls, reading reviews, anything like that. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!